All right, we're back. We got 40 orders going out on eBay, and we got another 6 on Poshmark going out over the weekend, totaling a little over $1,200 in sales. Let's find out what sold. All right, so we had these women's Columbia capris, size 14, just listed about 3 days ago, sold for $17.56 plus shipping. All right, and these women's pants by the brand Paper Moon, never heard of them before, but they sold pretty quick. Listed these about a month ago, and what did I do? I took a best offer of $16 plus $8.95 shipping. All right, not a crazy sale here, but this is just a women's Hard Rock Cafe size small t-shirt. Sold for $9 plus $8.95 shipping. Nothing special about it. So, over the last few months, I have been kind of training employees to start this other business, get it off the ground, and my eBay business and reselling business has been in like the back burner. You know, I just got to processing returns over the last few months. I've just gotten to processing all the clothing that I've been needing to put away. But I thought I would bring you guys along with me again, maybe just 1 or 2 videos a week showing you how I'm rebuilding this business, what I'm doing to kind of look for quality versus quantity, and just catch you up to speed. So 2 weeks ago, I did not list for 2 weeks straight. So I want to give you guys some insight and update into what happened. You know, what happens when you stop listing on eBay. And to my surprise, actually I had the best sales ever up until about that 14th day in that second week where sales just shut off dramatically. Let me show you here. Just show you kind of what has been going on in my store, sneak peek. So basically I stopped listing around the 17th of February, and I just wanted to see what happened. I wanted to see how far I could go without listing. So all of these days here were no listings till about March 2nd, March 3rd. Sales really declined. You know, I had like a $64 day. I haven't had that low of a day in over 2.5, 3 years selling on eBay. So that's when I was like, all right, need to start listing again. And immediately you could see the sales popped up a bit more just with this last weekend being okay. I will say sales over the last, month or two have not been the best, right? And I think I've seen other people, other resellers also saying the same thing. But, you know, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm just going to do my best to focus on quality items. Just a great top quality brand for me is always Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren jeans also have been a nice seller for me in the past. This is actually coming from a storage unit buyout I did a couple years back. These jeans sold for $100. They did take about 2 years to sell. So 6391. They are the Ralph Lauren denim jeans. They're kind of like military style, cargo style. Let's see, 6391. 63. Nope. Let's see. All right, way back here. All right, we got him. Heavy duty. I almost want to say vintage, but I won't call them that. But they're really nice. New tags. Y2K style for sure. Super wide, baggy leg. $99 plus shipping out the door. But those are the types of items where, hey, I don't mind sitting on them for a while. I got the space. It's fine. But I'm starting to pick up items that are going to definitely sell sooner than a year. All right, so we had this duffel bag sell just recently. Victorinox men's duffel bag. New with tags, $70 plus shipping. This is kind of what it looks like here. I know it's super dark, but you can see original $59. Standard traveler bag. This also was a storage unit purchase. Still have a ton of bags to be sold and gone through, but just happy to get them out of here. Over the weekend, I sold quite a few of these Timberland men's button-up shirts, new with tags. Had a bulk order, which is very nice to see because the buyer could save a little money on shipping. But yeah, this single one sold for $20 plus $8.95 shipping. Now I want to get into some questions and comments that I got over the past few months. couple people hit me up on Instagram still wanting to see kind of the journey, the process of what it is to start other businesses while continuing to manage this reselling business. So I had a question come in just saying like why I was leaving YouTube and what the point of all of it was basically to be able to allocate some of my time that I spent making videos and putting that extra time into learning the systems and processes of this wholesaling business. Now that I've got a good grip on what to do in that business, I have now hired a virtual assistant to help me cold call. Basically, I was spending 8 to 10 hours a day, Monday through Friday, calling and calling and calling. And now that I kind of have, gotten better at that, I know that I could train someone to come in, replace me while I focus on those like follow-up calls and sending out the contracts. So that's kind of now in the past. So now I want to bring you guys along with me and show you now what it's like, running that business, running this business, because eventually I do want to be done reselling. I don't know by the end of the year if I'll have all this stuff sold, but definitely trying to go into more of like a liquidation mode of this business and start putting more effort into the wholesale business. So now that I have a little bit more of my time back, I could show you kind of what I'm doing in this business, because all in all, number one, I love helping people, and that is just never going to be out of my system. I always want to help people, whether they want to do reselling, real estate, whatever. So that is number one. And number two is I love creating things. I love creating content. I like making, different scenes and different shots and different things that I could talk about. That is just in me, so I can't stop that. And I might not be doing 3-4 videos a week. It might just be 1 or 2, but I definitely don't want to stop. I want to share everything behind the scenes, the struggles, the successes, and whatnot. So, I want to go over some of the questions that have come in and kind of just, really help you guys, bring some value. Whether you like watching or not, it don't matter. I basically just want to provide any value to anybody. But yeah, so this one comes from Billikintins. Tough name there. Bo, can you please tell me where you get your poly bags that you store your items in prior to selling? I've only been doing this for 2 months, but I'm glad I found your channel. I'm retired and need to boost my income. I appreciate you teaching us. Yeah, I love helping people. So really simple bags. I get these off Amazon. This is a 10 by 16 poly bag with a little adhesive strip here. Those I get in the links down below. And then I also have a bigger one, which is like a 13 by 18 poly bag for jackets, sweaters, bigger jeans, and whatnot. So I won't say they're super durable, but the one thing that does help is it helps keep dust, dirt, bugs, and everything off of your clothing. And they're really cheap. I think I buy them by the 1,000. Comes out to like 6-8 cents per bag. So you can check it out, link below, and happy to help. These are some women's hydraulic shorts. These picked up maybe a couple months ago, and they sold pretty quick. Selling a lot more shorts now. It's 70 degrees today here in Oregon. Wow, no more rain. It's a beautiful thing. Anyways, these shorts sold for $17.95 plus $8 shipping. All right, I don't normally pick up this brand, but it was new at Tags. This is some Claiborne men's jeans, sold for $29.95 plus shipping. So we had these Levi's jeans sell. These are some Levi's 559s, size 36, 32, which is a great ideal size in my opinion. Any sizes like over 40 waist seem to just sit around a little too long. So these were pretty roughed up, faded, no stains, but they are relaxed straight fit. Still took an offer of $20 plus $8.95 shipping. I think I got these for a couple bucks at a local thrift store. So I'm buying all Levi's if I could keep that buy cost pretty low, because they do tend to sell for $20 plus. So sold this men's tweed blazer made out of wool. It's by the brand Hagar. It's a 42L, which is an okay size. I don't sell a ton of blazers. I still have plenty left from the storage unit. But since this was wool and kind of a nice tweed woven material. It does actually have a stain right there. Still sold pretty fast, under a month for $22 plus $8.95 shipping. I've been shipping a lot of my stuff Ground Advantage. It's just been such a better deal than shipping Priority. So I have standard shipping on all 10,000 of my items in my store, and just shipping out Ground Advantage has been able to save me a couple extra dollars in my shipping, where I think we're at least over $1,000 in profit on shipping. So maybe I'll include that in a future video. But yeah, this should probably ship for $10, $12 depending on where it's going, Ground Advantage. All right, a couple bulk orders here. This is just a 4-pack of men's new with tag shirts. We got a Mark Echo shirt, size small, going out, a Claiborne shirt, size medium. We have a Nautica shirt, size small, floral print, and then we have a Claiborne shirt, linen and silk blend. So all 4 of these shirts are over a year and a half old in my business. I particularly wouldn't pick up any of these brands nowadays, but since they were all new with tags, I took an offer of $60 plus $12.95 shipping. So all in all, that's a win. All right, so we had this Talbot's women's sweater, sold for $25.95 plus $24.95 plus shipping. Picked this up at the Goodwill bins about 2 months ago. Sold pretty quick. Talbot's is okay. If it's new with tags, I'll pick it up. Most things new with tags I pick up anyways. So yeah, turning $1 or $2 into what, 20 plus shipping. That's why I love this business. All right, so we have another question or comment. This is from Conrider1215. eBay is finished, to be honest. I was more of a buyer than a seller, but I closed my account a few months back. Not sure what's going on with the World Wide Web, but all of the long-time household name sites like eBay, Facebook seem to be turning into a raging dumpster fire, as an American would say. Yeah, I definitely do agree with the eBay part as far as it's different. Things have changed. When I started selling about 3 years ago on eBay, you could sell just about anything pretty quickly. Nowadays, you definitely need to focus on quality versus quantity, and there is some change going on. The platform looks different. They're focusing on other things like live auctions and live video sales, and things are different. That's the one thing about the world, is that it changes. So you got to be prepared for when the change happens. But I am still not throwing in the towel. I'm still trying to do my best, and I hope you guys are as well. I also like showing a lot of the bad buys as well. This is a women's Izod extra large sweater, and the SKU number is 715. This is over 2.5 years old. So someone sent me an offer of $2 plus $8.95 shipping, and I took it because I'll probably make a quarter, maybe make $1, if that, if I'm lucky. But not everything you buy is a good buy, and that's why it's important to fill your store with good stuff. If I didn't have the space and was living in a one bedroom, one bathroom apartment, I wouldn't be buying stuff like this. So lessons learned, learn from it and move on. Never buy Izod. The thing I've been doing recently is, not recently, but I had been going through a lot of my returns. I had like maybe 6 of these tubs full. Got it down to 1 big box and 1 tub. But half the items that I went to check to see if they got relisted weren't listed. They were just never relisted. They were just sitting in outer space doing nothing. So I had half of my items that were returns never relisted, just sitting in this box. So double check, triple check when you get your returns in the mail, just to make sure that they get relisted. So I have a process for that now. My mistake, learn from that as well. But it was nice because I didn't have to go out and buy new inventory. I just took new photos, made new listings, and just relisted the items. But just make note, if you're getting returns, make sure that those items get relisted. This is a vintage Jones, New York women's floral dress, size 6. Listed about 6 months ago, sold for $15 plus shipping. We had these Kenneth Cole men's pants, new with tags, size 32-30. Don't have my phone on me because it died. These sold for $20 plus shipping. Took about a year and a half, probably 2 years to sell. Kenneth Cole, not the best brand. Not a brand that I would normally pick up either, which is Forever 21, but it is a large open knit sweater. So sold for $18 plus shipping, and it was listed 2 months ago. Got this from the Goodwill bins. I think a lot of the times these items that I picked up when I was doing more quantity were just like, hey, I know this will sell. It may take a year. That's why I picked it up. So now my strategy is to just never pick up these brands anymore, because this item could have very well sat around for a year, 2 years. You know, it's not the most desirable brand. And I just went sourcing the last few days, and I'm just trying to focus on mainly men's clothing. You know, men's clothing, there's less supply out there, and there's a good amount of demand as well in a lot of these categories. But just being able to focus on that has been a lot better, knowing that these items will sell at least within 3 to 6 months, versus some women's clothing. I mean, half of those tubs sitting over there in the corner are women's clothing still yet to sell. So just think about that as you kind of look at your strategy and looking at your business if you sell clothing. I guess I could say the same thing for this right here. It's a Banana Republic women's sweater, size medium, cowl neck, cotton sweater, sold for $20 plus shipping, though I just listed it about 3 months ago. So now this is an example of a brand that you should be picking up, and that is the brand Cool. These are some men's cargo shorts, size 38. Even with a stain on them, they still sold for $23 plus $8.95 shipping. So I'm about to create another ad locally in my area on Facebook and post in these buy and sell groups that I'm willing to buy clothing for $1 to $5, and I'm going to attach a brand list on that. So I'll keep you guys posted on how that works. I had ran that ad before, but it was more like, hey, I'll come pick up your junk clothing and I'll come do it for free. I don't want to do that anymore. I'd be willing to pay for certain brands like Ariat, Cool, you know, higher tier brands that I'm going to be paying $5 to $10 at a thrift store anyways. Might as well go pick these up from the seller or the consumer rather than go to Goodwill or any thrift store, and the money can go directly to them. So I'll kind of track that progress just to see, you know, what comes of it. All right, so we had a 3-pack of men's Claiborne jeans going out the door, all new with tags, size 32-30. My phone is right here. These sold for, let's see, $75 plus $12.95 shipping. So I would not recommend picking up Claiborne, even new with tags. Those sat in my store for 2 years. All right, so we had these Banana Republic women's pants, kind of a plaid pattern here, size 14, so a good size, dress pants, sold for $19.95 plus shipping, and it sold pretty fast, a couple months. So going back to the topic in the title of the video of I stopped listing, here's what happened. So I stopped listing after about 3 years of listing every day on eBay. And I took a 2-week vacation from listing, and initially my sales were good, but I would say in the end, after about 2 weeks, eBay definitely suppressed my traffic. They suppressed my listings. I mean, come on, I sold $64 one day in there, which is just like, I don't even know if, you know, that's not even profitable at that point, because I'm spending about $30, $40 a day in product to be listed, and then also I'm paying my lister and all of the costs, you know, to keep the warehouse going. So in the end, it's like you really got to make sure you're hitting the mark to make sure you're profitable every day. But at the same time, I did, you know, save some money from not listing, you know, at least as far as product. And, you know, would I recommend stop listing? And the verdict is no. I wouldn't stop listing every day. Maybe if you miss a day or two, that's probably fine, but just don't get in the habit of that. But definitely don't take more than a week off from listing, because eBay will suppress your traffic. You know, that's what they did to me. I saw my sales decline drastically, even though they're still not great, but they're much better than when they were at the end of that 2-week non-listing cycle or whatever you want to call it. So I just say stay committed to a listing goal that you can achieve. If that's 5 a day, do 5 a day. If it's 2 a day, do 2 a day. Don't kill yourself. I did, early on in this journey, doing 50 a day, got burnt out. Now going back to just 10 a day of focusing on quality items. I know I could hit 10 a day successfully, no matter what. It takes, if I were to do the listings, it would take me 20 minutes or less to do 10 quality listings. So just stay committed to a listing goal that you could hit, and don't overdo it. We had these men's Bermuda cargo men's shorts, size 29, so not the biggest size, and these took about 1.5 years to sell, but they did sell for $24.95 plus shipping. This is an Old Navy Sherpa lined sweater that took 2 years to sell, and it sold for $13 plus shipping. I would say the theme of this video is don't buy stuff that takes 2 years to sell, unless you got the space and the patience. Now this is a pretty decent brand. This is a men's full zip sweater by the brand Jerry, so more of like a workwear brand. This sold for $20 plus shipping. If you guys want to learn about maybe some resources or some things that can help you grow your business, you could check out link down below, where I have an item specifics guide that can help you learn a lot of these item specifics for this clothing, so you could be more of an effective lister and to help you with your keywords. And if you guys are wanting, just to reach out to me on a personal level, you could just send me a message on Instagram and I'd be happy to answer your questions. I hope you all have a blessed rest of the day, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.